salvation from day to day. Oh, sing, oh, sing to the Lord
a new song.
Let us sing unto the Lord all the earth. Come on, sing unto the Lord and bless His holy name as He show forth His salvation from day to day in the mountain. In the Lematombo Sepambaya. Oh, in the mountain. Ikelele Matombo Zambe. So come, oh come to the Lord. Ilela Mazebela Mambea. Oh, in the mountain, Ilelele Matombo Seambaya Lamai. In the mountain, Ilelele Makombo Zambe. So come, Ilamalela Maya. There is He, the Lord your God, He is your strength. Let us go up to the mountain of the Lord. It is exalted, it is established and exalted above the hills. The Lord shall teach us all His ways. We shall all walk in His path in the mountain of the house of the Lord. Let us go up to the mountain of the Lord. It is established and exalted above the hills. The Lord shall teach us all His ways. We shall all walk in His path in the mountain of the house of the Lord. In the mountain. In the mountain.
There is His glory.
So come to the Lord. There is healing. The Lord your God
I trust that you're well today. So I'll be presenting my devotional. The first reading is from James chapter 1, from the ESV version. And my focus will be verses 19 to 27. Yeah, so the title here is Hearing and Doing the Word. Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Therefore put away all filthiness and rampant wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls. But be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man who looks intently at his natural face in a mirror. For he looks at himself and goes away, and at once forgets what he was like. But the one who looks into the perfect law, the law of liberty, and perseveres, being no hearer who forgets, but a doer who acts, he will be a blessing in his doing. If anyone thinks he is religious and does not bridle his tongue, but deceives his heart, this person's religion is worthless. Religion that is pure and undefiled before God, the Father, is this: to visit orphans and widows in their affliction, and to keep oneself unstained from the world. So, from the writing of the Apostle James, he speaks about the need for us to be intentional about focusing on the truth of the word, what we learn, so that the principles we receive are meant to inform our thought patterns. They're meant to inform the decisions that we make and guide us in the lives that we live. And so the only way that the Word of God becomes ingrained in us is when you have a love relationship with God, so that we don't become enslaved to works, but we are at liberty to pursue a passionate relationship with God. And then it speaks about the righteousness of God. Many times we can look at ourselves and be content with where we are at. But then God's standard is much higher than our own. Because when you look at the book of Jeremiah, it says that God searches our hearts. And because our hearts are so vast, we can't know the content within. That's why in Psalms 139, verse 23 and 24, it speaks about search my heart. We cannot accurately tell what is within our hearts unless God reveals it to us. So I'd invite us to have that conversation with God, so that He can reveal what is within our own hearts. It's also good to have a habit and a culture of reflecting daily. At the end of the day, consider your actions, consider your interactions with people, consider also your thoughts, because what you meditate upon informs who you are. But most importantly, be patient in waiting on God, so that He can show you who you are. Because sometimes we struggle with counterfeit identities. What people have called us, what we've assumed we are. And yet, God looks at us as perfect. And what He requires is that we perceive and then we embrace the love He has for us. Because when you love ourselves the way He loves us, it's easier to love others. So the foundation of life is love, that perfect love of God. And so it's what enables us to bear fruit. So the analogy of looking at yourself in the mirror is that when you go, in that place of solitude, you're quiet and you open up before God. It begins to show you what is not aligned with His desire for you. And then He shows you why, It's like when you go to a doctor. If you're not well, the doctor doesn't condemn you. He just shows you that this is what got into you and this is the course of treatment. So the same thing with God. He desires that as we grow, we are perfected in love. Because it's the perfect love of God that transforms us so that we're able to bear fruit. Because each and every one of us has the character of Christ hidden within. So for that to come forth is like a flower before the sun. It unravels naturally. So when you're exposed to the pure love of God, and a lot of times it is in the context of relationship, then we find that you begin to thrive. And as you thrive, you begin to discover who you are. Because sometimes we assume that your thought patterns describe who you are, but sometimes our thought patterns are an overflow of the trauma, the pain we've experienced from childhood, growing up, and also the pain we pick up in our relationship with others. So taking responsibility means that you don't blame others for the place you're in, but you go before God and ask for His healing. Because as you heal, then you also impact others on their journey of healing. So wholeness is something that God is very intentional about for all of us. Because family is a gift that first came from God. So whether it's your biological family or the family of your friends, your workmates, wherever the context finds you, let love be your personal culture and let it be a general culture, because that is how this world is being transformed. It is the intention of God to take us back to the beginning, where the perfect love of God fills us all and there is true harmony. So that is all for today.